Hey you guys, what is up? So in this week's video, I decided to do some passion twists on my mom's hair. So yeah, the hair that I am using is the free twist braiding hair. It's in deep twist, 22 inches, and the color 1B. For this hairstyle, I ended up using a rat tail comb. I used some, elastic bands, a crochet needle, some beeswax, and some oil that I make myself. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is pour the oil all over the elastic bands and just mix that together. And what that is going to do, it's going to help the elastic bands not, stretch out the hair and pull the hair so much. Here I'm just showing you guys the hair that I cut off. My mom wanted this style to be a little bit shorter than the last time I did this style on her. So yeah, I'm not sure how many inches it is exactly, but I did cut off some hair. So you want to make sure you get a good grip on the hair, not too tight, not too loose. And I'm going to go ahead and stretch those blunt ends. So the hair already comes like pretty good, like the ends I didn't stretch them out at all last time, but because I did cut them this time, I am going to go ahead and pull them a little bit, because if they are blunt like that, you guys already know it's going to unravel, and that is no good. So you want to just go ahead and pull those. Now I'm just showing you guys how I separate the hair. Y'all, I have no mercy when it comes to separating this hair. I really do pull. You might want to be a little bit more gentle than me, but I literally have zero patience. So yeah, I ended up using 3 packs of hair. I separated 2 of the packs into 14 parts and the last pack into 13 parts. So I'm just showing you guys my mom's hair here. As you can see, she does have a lot of hair, and that was just the last little section that I was focusing on, I guess you could say. So yeah, she does have a long hair, and it is a lot. So now you're just gonna go ahead and part the hair. Make sure your part is clean. You can't have nasty parts, y'all. I don't care if your parts are square, triangle, circle, or whatever. Your parts got to be clean, sis. Like, it's not an option. So I'm going ahead and I'm separating the hair that I'm not really focusing on right now, and I'm going to take that beeswax. I'm just showing you guys what it looks like, and I'm going to focus it around the perimeter of the little part that I'm going to be, crocheting or twisting, basically. Yeah, so I am going to go ahead and say that I did not focus so hard on the back of her hair when I was doing the beeswax, but because this is the front of her hair, the perimeter, you really want to focus hard. And ew, look at how nasty this thing makes your fingers look. It really is gross. It gets everywhere. It really gets underneath your fingers. So yeah, make sure to wash your hands when you're done and before you start eating. So now I'm taking those elastic bands that I had oiled up earlier, and I'm just wrapping it around her hair about 5 to 6 times. Some people might say that's a little bit too much, but I'm used to doing my mom's hair and how much she can take, and she can take that many twists or that many, times around her hair. So that's how many times I do it. Also because her hair is not so nappy, so I feel like I need more of a hold. So I took the Eco and I put it through the strand, and I separated it into 2. And now I'm taking a little section from the hair that is already parted, and I'm putting it to the side. I'm stretching the hair that I'm gonna crochet through the rubber band. I'm stretching it out a little bit, and I'm just twisting it around so that way it'll fit in the crochet needle so that it's ready for me to pull through the hair. I'm literally trying to do this part so that way it was shown in the camera, because my angle is a little bit weird. But yeah, so you basically open the latch of the crochet needle, put the hair in it, if that makes sense. You close the latch, and then you're going to pull through. So now that I've taken one side and pulled it through, like, y'all saw what I did. It's weird to explain it, but yeah, I pulled one side all the way through so that way it would be like, you know, two strands. I'm taking that extra piece that I had left aside and I'm putting it on top. And the reason for me doing that was not so much for the grip, but more so I could hide the rubber band that I used. And I'm just twisting them together, and I'm just gonna go ahead and twist. I had to have my mom hold it because I felt like it was tugging on her hair too much. So yeah, just to help her because she is tender-headed, I did have her hold the twist. And as you could see, like through the way my hands look, you have to twist the actual strand and then twist it around. You can't just twist the hair. So yeah, definitely just remember that. Twist the strand, then twist the hair. It take a little, I don't know, while to get used to that at first, but you do get used to it, like, you know, the more twists that you do. I do want to say that the last time I did her hair, like this style, the twists were way more curly than they are now, and I honestly do believe that it's because of the eco. I think the eco was just, you know, not letting the free twist hair curl up. So if you don't want so much of a straight look and you are going for the curly look, then probably stay away from the eco, because that was my mistake. So here I'm just separating her hair, getting it ready for the hot water. I did the hot water in parts, so I did it like the right side of her head, the left side of her head, and then the back of her head, just so that way, you know, it was neater and there wasn't water getting everywhere. And yeah. So I'm being very careful when applying the hot water, or, you know, dipping her hair into the hot water. The entire time she just kept screaming, "Don't get my ear, don't get my ear." So yeah, I was being very careful. So definitely when you're doing a client's hair, do not get their ear, obviously. So when I was done with the hot water, I decided to, you know, walk away, put it back on the stove. And because she's my mom, she was okay with drying it herself. I feel like when you're doing a client's hair, you know, you definitely have to dry it yourself, you know, put the pot on the floor, everything like that. So anyways, now that I have done the hot water, I'm going ahead and cutting those strands. A mistake that I made a long time ago when I did my own hair was I cut it before the hot water. Y'all, you cannot cut the hair before the hot water, because it's just going to unravel. I don't care if you cut off 1 millimeter, it is going to unravel. So make sure the cutting is after the hot water. I cannot stress that enough. Now I'm going ahead with that oil I make, and I'm just, you know, oiling her scalp. She's very tender-headed, so this part felt very good to her. If you guys were wondering the, you know, ingredients that I use, it's not like I melt a bunch of ingredients and make the oil. I basically just put a bunch of oils together. So I use jojoba oil. So yeah, I use jojoba oil, tea tree oil, Jamaican castor oil, and sometimes if I'm feeling up to it, I will put olive oil, but we did not have any olive oil in this house. But definitely be careful when you're making your own oil, because I know that some people are allergic to tea tree oil. Like my friend, she tried it just because I like to use it, and she had a really bad allergic reaction. So definitely ask a doctor first. And now I'm just taking some Pantene mousse, putting it through the hair, you know, so it can be nice and shiny. And yeah, now I'm just showing you guys the final look, or the final product. I went ahead and put the hair half up, half down. That's the way she likes it. And yeah, and I also want to say, I know you can see some of the rubber bands, but honestly, that does not, you know, it doesn't faze me, doesn't stress me out. You know, I'm pretty new to doing hair. This is just something that I'm trying because, you know, if I can do it, then I don't have to pay someone. So yeah, if you like this video, definitely like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.